An armed man just reached the gates of Trump's Mar-a-Lago, but what he was carrying could have sparked a disaster within seconds, and officials say the motive is still unknown. The nation watches in shock as Secret Service agents confront a 21-year-old intruder armed with a shotgun and a fuel container. Seconds could have decided life or death. The stakes are enormous. Was this a targeted attack or a desperate act by a troubled young man? Experts warn this could have been catastrophic, highlighting the vulnerability of even the most secure presidential estates. The public is left asking, how did this happen, and what comes next? Stay with us, because the answers are still unfolding. Minutes after the breach, law enforcement responded swiftly. The intruder, later identified as Austin Tucker Martin from North Carolina, ignored repeated warnings and raised his shotgun towards Secret Service and Palm Beach deputies. Authorities fired, neutralizing the threat before he could enter the estate. No officers were injured, but the potential for disaster was high. Surveillance footage and eyewitness reports are being reviewed, while investigators warn that the incident could have escalated into a far deadlier situation if handled differently. The nation waits anxiously as authorities continue to piece together the timeline and the actions that nearly led to tragedy.
Mar-a-Lago is not just a residence, it is a symbol of political power and security. Heavily guarded around the clock, the estate has seen threats before, but a breach of this nature is extremely rare. Austin Tucker Martin was reported missing days prior to arriving in Florida. Investigators believe he traveled south with a shotgun and a fuel can, showing planning and intent. Though Donald Trump and Melania were in Washington, D.C. at the time, the incident underscores that even the most heavily fortified locations can face sudden, unexpected threats. Law enforcement and security experts are left asking how an individual could get this close and what motivated such extreme action.
The confrontation unfolded in seconds but could have been catastrophic. Officers positioned at the north gate ordered the suspect to drop his weapons repeatedly. When he raised the shotgun, agents opened fire to neutralize the threat. Experts say this incident exemplifies how quickly a security situation can escalate at a high-profile location, even when officers are well-trained and protocols are in place. Every second counted, and the fast decision-making by law enforcement prevented potential fatalities. Analysts note that the scenario serves as a critical lesson in readiness, risk assessment, and rapid response at sensitive sites. Austin Tucker Martin, 21, from Cameron, North Carolina, had no known history of political activism or extremist affiliations. Family and friends describe him as quiet and unassuming, making his actions all the more puzzling. Authorities are investigating his travel, mental state, and motivations. Was this a personal crisis, a planned attack, or a spontaneous act? Each piece of evidence adds layers to the mystery. The FBI, Secret Service, and local agencies are working to understand the full context, leaving the public on edge and generating intense media attention nationwide. The more investigators uncover, the deeper the questions seem to go. At the time, Donald Trump and former First Lady Melania were safely in Washington, D.C. While no immediate threat existed to the former president, the incident has triggered reviews of security protocols at all high-profile estates. Law enforcement officials emphasize that the estate remained secure after the incident, but the breach demonstrates that even a single determined individual can present a serious threat. Analysts predict this event could reshape how protective measures are implemented at presidential residences, with lessons for security agencies nationwide.
The breach at Mar-a-Lago has national implications. Experts warn that lone actor threats and politically motivated attacks remain a critical concern. The incident highlights the constant tension between accessibility and security for public figures.
Agencies across the U.S. are studying this case to assess potential vulnerabilities and prevent similar incidents. The story has sparked public debate about security measures, mental health, and how authorities can anticipate and prevent future threats. Americans are left with questions about safety and how well even the most secure estates are protected.
While the immediate danger has been neutralized, many questions remain unanswered. Why did Austin Martin attempt this attack? Could others with similar intentions emerge? Authorities continue to analyze every detail: surveillance footage, travel patterns, and possible motives. The story is far from over, and new developments could reveal shocking insights about presidential security and risk prevention. For viewers, this incident is a stark reminder that danger can arise anywhere, at any time. Stay tuned, because the next update may expose even more startling revelations about the Mar-a-Lago shooting.